Hi, I'm Harrison Vogley, and this is Clinical Copilot, an AI helper for doctors who work in hospitals. It reads a patient's chart, tells the doctor the important stuff in plain English, and shows exactly where it got every piece of information from. The repo and the live website are here. Now, who this is for? This is built for doctors who work in hospitals and have to see anywhere from 12 to 18 or more patients a day. They're typically very busy, so 3 times a day they need a fast way to catch up. In the morning before they see anybody, around noon when the nurse pages them about something new, and in the evening when they hand the night doctor a list of what is needed from the day. This AI helper is built for those 3 moments, but not for constant interaction. Now, when I first got it and started this project, before I built anything, I had to do an audit, looking at how the hospital software works under the hood and what could go wrong. 3 things really stood out. First, the software makes it really easy to read patient information, but really hard to write new information. Saving something new means using a totally different door with a different key, and that door only lets you save 4 types of things. None of them are the important medical ones, so I had to build 2 separate keys to make this work. 2. The default passwords are pretty bad. The admin login is literally admin, and the password is pass. The database password is root. And anyone deploying this has to remember to change them. Nothing forces it. 3. Hospitals are required by law to keep a record of who looks at what in the patient's chart. This software doesn't keep that record very well, so for a real hospital, I'd have to build that myself. The architecture. Now, I built it with a couple of things in mind. The biggest worry was that AI in medicine tends to sound very confident, but it's sometimes wrong, and if the doctor trusts it, people could get hurt or even die. So I made 3 rules to stop that. 1. The AI is not allowed to make stuff up. It can only say things that come from the actual chart. And after every answer, a separate piece of code needs to check every claim and ask, where did this come from? If the AI can't point to a real chart record and say, this is it, the answer is rejected, and the AI is told to try again, or it admits that it doesn't know. 2. The AI is not allowed to use knowledge from its training. It has to actually pull the details from the case and the patient it's working on. So, if it knows from somewhere else that drug A is risky with drug E, it is not allowed to say that. It can only repeat what the patient's chart says. It is, at the end of the day, up to the doctor themselves to make any determination on medicine. 3. The AI follows the same path every single time, like a flowchart. It can't take a shortcut around the safety check, and every answer has to go through the same gate. Now we get to the login screen. So here we are. You can see the username is admin and the password is pass. When we log in, we can see here, it starts on the calendar. Now, every doctor in the hospital is going to have a list right here that charts when there's supposed to be a patient on down. For the moment, we only have 1 sample patient, Nora Cohen. Now, when we click on her information, it comes up with her patient chart. A lot of relevant data here, along with supporting documents, which will go ahead and add additional details to here. So now on the right side of the screen, we have the chat, which allows you to ask different questions. Right here, it has an example. So catch me up on Cohen. And we'll do that. When it populates, it is going to go ahead and pull a lot of details on this individual and the visit. Now, as we can see here, it is loading. And you can see right here, there are these red icons, that, like Encounter, that have a line stretched through it. Now, for the moment, at that moment, they were red. Now they turn blue. And when you click on one, it'll tell you where it found this information. This took us to the additional documents. But we'll go ahead and back. Now here, we can see this, hypertension. If we click that, it'll tell you where that came from. And moving on. When we log out, we click the sign out button, and that's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Now we go back here. This is the README, and the README details all the information we really need for this submittal. It has where you can go to OpenEMR, takes you to the Copilot, which is live, as well as the documents that have been requested. And that is about it. The repo itself is at github.com/hvogley/OpenEMR. And that is it. Thank you for watching.